not had a status report on the extent of DW's injuries, and we do hope to be able to pass that information along to you. Bottom line at this point is we just hope and pray that Dan Wheldon is going to be okay. Will Power, his opportunity to win this championship went away. Nick, you can understand why he is upset and really not wanting to talk about this. When we saw the in-car camera, and it was frightening to say the least. He just endured a very, very harrowing experience.
Yeah, Will has decided not to talk to me. He hopped on a golf cart with his wife Liz and a couple other members of Team Penske. Obviously, the concern is not the championship right now, Mike. A wild ride for Will Power. Good to see he's out of the infield care center, and hopefully we'll be able to catch up with him later today.
Cars are being returned to their pit stalls. However, there are many cars that still remain in line. Almost looks like a qualifying line down there on pit lane. Just Newgarden, you know, it's funny. There's an old saying among drivers. There are those drivers who have been injured and those drivers that are going to be injured in racing. You know, we've heard a couple of drivers respond to the question, how do you get back into the car? What's going through? Scott Dixon talked about, you know, in fact, this is what we love to do. You try not to think about it. Is it possible to do that? You in Firestone Indy Lights this year, driven past, you know, 2 or 3 pretty harrowing incidents, but what is the thought process for a driver when you strap back into a race car?
I think it varies from each driver. They all have a different mindset. For me, I don't know what it is. It must be why I can drive race cars, because somehow I seem to be able to go out and do it again when you see something like that. But I think the big thing here is when you have an issue like this, it's going to make everyone a little bit more cautious. And I think also if you go a long period of time, many races without having a big incident, people become too comfortable. So, you know, maybe this is almost a wake-up call for some of these guys, but you know, I don't think any one thing or any blatant thing made that happen. It was just an unfortunate event. When you have a big pack like that, it collects a lot of people.
We will need to get a status report on Vitor Mira. The number 14 ABC Supply Foyt machine is sitting in his pit stall and has been there since this incident took place. Vitor brought the car around and on the pit lane. It is difficult to tell from our vantage point if there is serious damage to that car. However, if in fact Vitor remains in the race, he will be one of what appears to be 20 cars that will still be functioning. Now, here are the other drivers that were involved in the incident. James Jakes, Wade Cunningham, J.R. Hildebrand, Townsend Bell, Jay Howard, Thomas Schechter, Charlie Kimball, Paul Tracy, E.J. Bezo, Dan Wheldon, Alex Lloyd, Pippa Mann, Will Power, and Buddy Rice. Those are the drivers that are involved. The medevac helicopter has just taken off from the infield care center, and all of our hopes will fly with that helicopter and Dan Wheldon as he makes his way to a Las Vegas area hospital. As soon as we receive any information that we can pass along to you, obviously we will. And at this point, you know, we've gone through this before. All you can ask that a lot of good positive thoughts and prayers ride with Dan Wheldon and the team of doctors that will be working with him. We need to take a break. When we come back, we'll try to reset the scene and we'll give you an idea of when we will go back to green flag.